Hi, I'm Alicia from Food Wonders of the World, and today we're going to make a Christmas cake. This is my mother-in-law's cake, and she got this from her mother. And I had this for the first time 3 years ago, and it tasted so amazing that I just had to get a copy. So this is the third time I'm making this, or third year that I'm making this. It's quite a large recipe, so it's quite a good one to share with lots and lots of family and friends. It's great for a gift. It's also really boozy, so this is very much a cake for the adults, but it just tastes amazing and is definitely worth baking mid-November ready. So these are the ingredients you need for the first step. We have 2 cups of brown sugar, 8 cups of fruit, which include raisins, sultanas, currants, dates, prunes, mixed fruit, orange peel, just whatever's your favourite. Then we need 2 teaspoons of mixed spice, cinnamon, ginger and bicarb soda or baking soda. I have half a cup of water, half a cup of brandy, 2 tablespoons of treacle or caramel darkening, 2 tablespoons of coffee essence and 500 grams of butter. So with all of those ingredients, we add them to the largest pot you have. So this is going to be tricky for me, but all we want to do is bring it to the boil and then let it boil for about 10 minutes, and then we allow it to cool until we get to the next stage. So I've got all of my fruit in. We've got half a cup of water, brandy, and then coffee essence, treacle, and then finally 2 tablespoons of the bicarb soda or baking soda, and then each of your spices. If you don't have mixed spice, just add an extra teaspoon, or extra half a teaspoon rather, of the ginger and cinnamon, and then a teaspoon of nutmeg. So that's the ginger, and then finally the cinnamon. And then that's everything. So then we just bring this to the boil. So this is just about come to the boil, so we just keep an eye on this for about 10 minutes. It does have the tendency to get quite high and boil over the edge, so you just want to keep your eye on it. So this has been boiling for 10 minutes, so you can see they got quite high. I did have to turn the temperature right down. So this, I've turned the heat off just now, and I'll leave to cool, so you can see that's bubbling quite a bit. And I've cracked 8 eggs, and I have 4 cups of flour ready to put in this once it's cooled down. So while this is cooling, I'll line my cake tin. So while that's cooling, we'll need to line our cake tin. So you want a pretty large metal tin that has a lid, preferably airtight, and that's what it will store in. So we need to oil the tin, then line it with greaseproof paper, and then oil it again. I find it easier just to use these sprays. You can use butter if you prefer, but as you can see, this is quite easy. So you want to oil it pretty well, And then I've cut these pieces for the edge. Just line around the outside. So for the base, I like to do this little trick where you keep folding it in half to like an arrow, a triangle shape. And then you measure it roughly to about half, cut off the end, and that's roughly your base. Push that down. Okay, just push it all into the sides and then oil it well again, all around the base and the edges. And then that's your tin ready. So I've just transferred the cooled mixture from the saucepan into this large bowl, as I need to add the 8 eggs and 4 cups of flour. So I'll just do that now. So as you can see, it's a really large cake. So I've also turned on the oven at 190 degrees, so that's just humming in the background. And we'll just mix this together. So this is now all mixed in, and I'm going to tip it into the prepared cake tin. And then what I want to do is bake this for an hour at 190 degrees, another hour at 150 degrees, and then another hour for 90 degrees. So I'm now going to cover this with 2 sheets of baking paper. And that's ready to go in the oven. Okay, so it's been 3 hours at the 3 different temperatures, and this is what the cake looks like. So what we would do for the next 6 weeks is you put 1 to 2 tablespoons of brandy and then cover it with more baking paper and then put the lid on and just keep it in the cupboard. So for decoration, you could either put half cherries around the top before baking it, or just before you serve it, or the day before rather, you would put some lemon icing and marzipan over the top and decorate that way. But there's lots of different ways. You could even put almonds around the edges just before putting in the oven as well. And that's it. Happy Christmas, everyone.